Everyday Gourmet is a fine dining restaurant in Ebbsburg, Pennsylvania. We've been many things over the years. We started off as a deli and transformed into a lunch breakfast place. Then we transformed into a dinner place. From there, we went upscale to the fine dining we are today.
This is a story of invention and reinvention, of daring to dream and following through, of working and sticking together as a family. This is the story of Everyday Gourmet.
Cheers. Cheers. Cheers.
My name's Charles Heinrich. I'm originally from Portage, Pennsylvania. I'm the owner of Everyday Gourmet.
And my name is Mindy Heinrich, also the owner of Everyday Gourmet. I'm from Windber, Pennsylvania, and I host and I bartend. I run the front of the house.
Charles and Mindy met in Johnstown at the Gingerbread Man, where Charles was bartending and starting to work in the restaurant industry.
This beautiful girl walked in and she asked for an application. And I was in love as soon as she walked in. I was like, ah. I went back to my boss and I said, you have to hire this girl. She said, why is that? And I said, I'm going to marry her.
The newlyweds moved to Florida to work at the Breakers in Palm Beach, a place known for luxury, fine cuisine, and high-profile clientele.
I got to cook for people like David Bowie, Michael Jackson, Hillary Clinton.
Robin Williams.
Robin Williams. I physically ran into him. I walked around the corner and walked right into him. And he looked up and said, God, you're tall. I said, God, you're hairy. And he laughed.
He made him laugh.
And he went that way and I went this way. And I was like, oh my gosh, I just ran into him.
Yeah, he came home. He's like, I made Robin Williams laugh today.
The Heinrichs moved to Pennsylvania to start a family and dreamed of one day running their own restaurant.
I told her I would love to end up in Ebbsburg. I said, Ebbsburg is a town I think would be a neat place to have a restaurant. Ebbsburg is known as the crossroads of the county. We're right at the crossroads of 219 and 22, and we would get travelers from all over.
We rented this building at first, so we kind of had to run with what we had here, the flooring, the atmosphere. So we thought, okay, this could be a nice deli.
Our menu was one page, just breakfast and lunch. The silverware was all mismatched. The mugs we bought from Goodwill, mismatched mugs, hodgepodge kind of things.
People love that.
It was shabby chic, we like to call it.
Yeah.
Business was picking up. They added a liquor license and gained even more momentum, adding to both the menu offerings and the staff. But one Thanksgiving morning, they had to hit the pause button.
The line that was feeding the ice machine ruptured and sprayed water everywhere, and it was just a mess. So I called ServPro of Ebbsburg, and right away they start putting holes in the wall and tearing up things. And I'm like,
There was
what?
so much
I'm
water.
like, oh my gosh, what are you doing? You're tearing my place up. But it had to be done to get the place dry. After they tore the floor up, we were like, well, this gives us an opportunity. So we decided to put down the floor that we wanted. And then it was like, wow, this place is really dressed up now.
With an updated space, the Heinrichs' business began to thrive.
2019 was one of our best years.
We were at the absolute top of our game. I thought whenever we opened this little place, it was going to be this cute little mom and pop little restaurant. And it exploded. But it was a lot for two people.
We were getting burnt out.
The Heinrichs remember first hearing about the COVID-19 pandemic.
I was like, oh my gosh, this is terrible. But then when the dust settled, it was kind of a moment for us to take a look and say, like, wait, we can breathe for a second. We can take a look at this in a different way. How can we make this place work for us instead of us working for it?
Yes.
We went to takeout, opened from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m., just her and I. And we were so busy. We did a lot of pizzas and wings and things like that, and it was really great.
Yeah.
And one of the things that the people really liked was I would get in fresh lobsters from Maine, and I would make lobster rolls and lobster salad. And then we had an ice dam on the roof that built up, and then it thawed, and it brought down part of the ceiling in the dining room. And we were like, oh my gosh, what else can happen? And so we decided, hey, what if we took what we had left in our savings and renovate? We decided to go for it.
Suddenly, the timing felt right for the Heinrichs to revisit their original dream of running a fine dining restaurant.
While we were renovating, I said, this is a little bit scary because we're completely changing, but at the same time, I feel like I have more control than I did before. Like before, it was kind of like the restaurant was leading me
Yes.
in whatever direction it was going, and I was kind of just on for the ride. But now, it's mine.
He said, I've always wanted to be an upscale dining facility, and I'm going to take this opportunity to live my dream. And his father said, you're crazy.
I was worried for them. I was questioning, and is it going to go and is it going to work? But yeah, it's been a wonderful transition, and it's been wonderful to see them be successful at it.
Very high-end dining, very great atmosphere, excellent food based on the first taste, so highly recommended.
I just love it. I'm sure we will be back.
It's a nice, relaxed atmosphere, and it's upscale, so you feel a little special coming here.
I'm proud of Chad for doing it. I mean, I was the one who told him when he opened this that, he was making a mistake, but I'm glad that people support it. I'm really proud of that, and I'm glad of that.
You can tell they have a passion for this industry and for this town and their business in general.
We have a lot of regulars. People, once they come, they're always coming back.
Our first time here was 5 years ago before it evolved into what it is today. This is our third time here, and it's a real treat.
We have a good bit of regulars, and then we get a lot of people passing through, and it's nice talking to them about what they're doing. I just had a table earlier that was from New York.
One of our customers suggested if we put a book out so people could sign and say where they were from. We had people come from Spain, from Canada, from Maine, from Texas, Arizona, and they would sign and they'd leave little comments and stuff.
Because it's worth traveling for his cooking.
The kitchen staff now consists of myself and my 18-year-old daughter, my 15-year-old son.
He's 16, dear.
Oh, yeah. 16 now, I forgot.
I'm William. I mostly do cold side and desserts, and I help with the soups too.
And then I have my 14-year-old daughter. She washes dishes.
I'm the dishwasher, and I'll help with desserts and salads sometimes. I kind of just grew up with this, so it's kind of normal to me, so.
We all work really well together. We all have a great relationship. It can get rough sometimes because we're always together all the time, which can be annoying, but at the same time, I feel like it brought us closer. And I look up to my parents, and my sister tells me, she's like, oh, I look up to you. So I just think there's a really good relationship there.
We do have a lot of fun back in the kitchen. It doesn't even feel like work. My shifts go by in a second because I'm just having fun the whole time.
They learn that family supports each other, and we do what needs to be done to make the family grow in grace, and you can't beat that.
One of my favorite parts of the night is white shirt time. I change out of the black chef uniform and I put on a white chef jacket, signal the end of the night, no more reservations coming along. I also like to think of it as an homage to my idol, Fred Rogers. He changed his shirt into the episode. Time to move on to the next thing. That's kind of what I do here. So, thank you.
One of my favorite things at the end of the night, I come out and I visit tables.
Can you make me a vat of this?
Sure, I'll make you some of that soup. This is not only our restaurant, but our home.
Yeah, you're essentially in my living room right
now.
And
that's one of the things that makes this place special.
Not only do the Heinrichs own the restaurant, they own the building and live in the apartment upstairs.
One of my favorite things about working at home, the house being right upstairs and the restaurant being down here, is that this is my commute. 17 stairs, and I'm home with my family again. This community has always been supportive of us. The fact that we were able to change our model 3 different times, it was awesome that we had that support. One of the things that we get is, how can you call yourselves Everyday Gourmet? You're only open 3 days a week. We have a little sign here in the restaurant that defines what a gourmet is. The person who enjoys good food and good drink is a gourmet. I'm not the gourmet. The food's not the gourmet. You are the gourmet.